Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited you're here today. I have two of my amazing students, Marquita and Felicia, from their travel companies, and they just graduated Careers on Vacation. So they're certified travel professionals now. Are you guys excited?
Extremely, extremely.
How
Super excited.
does it feel
Mhm.
good to have it all done?
Oh yeah.
It's kind of surreal, right?
Yeah, everyone's like, why do we need 12 weeks? I'm like, you're going to need every minute of that 12 weeks, trust you me. Well,
Hmm.
let's get started. I know a lot of you guys watching this video are in that phase where you're trying to figure out what is the thing that you need to either start or really grow your travel business. And so I wanted to bring Marquita and Felicia on today to just share kind of what their experience was like. And so I'll start with Marquita and then we'll go to Felicia. But I want to ask you, what have been, or actually, where was your business before doing Careers on Vacation? And where are you now?
So before Careers on Vacation, it was just a thought, right? And it was, I think, like most people, my husband started stalking your YouTube. Let me just be honest. And over the Christmas holiday time, he was like, "Hun, I really got a vision. This is you. We've done this in the past, MLM, blah, blah, blah. This is you." And I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that again. He was like, "You love people. We love to travel. This is you." I started stalking your YouTube. And right after the New Year ball drop, I said to my husband, I said, "All right, I'm in. I'm in. I'm tired of working for corporate over 25 years. I really, I said, I want to be like Cyndi. I want to be out west. I want to be in Florida. I want to be on the cruise. I want to be, I want to be, I want to be." He was like, "Well, I had that call with one of your recruiters. It was literally maybe a 15-minute conversation. Like it wasn't, we didn't have to think about a lot. There
Yeah.
was no convincing, there was no pressure in the call, none whatsoever. She talked, I talked, I was like, I'm in, and paid the money, and that was it. And I was in.
I'm so glad you brought up the MLM, and I want to be clear, we are not an MLM. We do not recommend
Correct.
MLMs. And Marquita, I know because you're a perfect example of someone who had a poor or bad experience and it almost stopped you from like living your dream.
For
And you
real.
had to have the courage again to go, oh, let me try and hope this is the thing. So thank you for
Yes.
sharing that because I think a lot of people in that MLM world get in and then they realize the training's not what they were promised. It's more about recruiting your friends. And that is not, if you want to be a true travel professional and have a
Yes.
real, a robust business that's going to support your lifestyle, you have to
Yes.
treat this totally different. So
Mhm.
thank you for bringing that up. I'm sure that's going to speak to a lot of people. Felicia, how about for you? Where was your business before and where are you now?
Well, the key word was non-existent. So
Yeah, so both you guys
there
were
was no
brand new
business.
starting your new things.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting. I had started to think about, coming out of a successful career in talent acquisition. I knew I wanted to change and wanted to go in a different direction, but I didn't know exactly what that was. And it was by chance that I had jumped onto one of your webinars. I think it was like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day or something in the evening. And it was just that energy and that momentum and the passion that came through from you and the training and just the what that's at the core of our role and what we do as travel advisors. That really was just like that. The light bulb went off in the back of my mind to pursue this. So now that I've gone through the program, and I really can't believe that the 12 weeks has gone by. It's flown as intensive the coursework might have been. It really has passed by so quickly at the same time. But now I feel really well equipped and really excited to get off the ground and to launch successfully. So beforehand there was nothing, and now it's like, okay, we're good
Yeah,
to
no,
go.
you guys
Let's go off to
both
the
have
races.
businesses in like
Yeah.
12. That's amazing. What do you guys feel like have been your biggest wins or celebrations? Felicia, we'll start with you on this one.
Ooh, celebrations. I'd say, Well, I have been able to put together a timeline for a hard launch for myself. So my big win is actually coming May 1st. So Vlogger will be off the ground and fully like lights turned on and everything in literally 2 weeks. And so I think the biggest win for me has just been having a really good foundation in place. uh, Partly thanks to COV and the modules and trainings that we've, have been equipped with to be able to effectively say and set a date for myself to, put out a launch letter, to start getting, all of the systems actually working, not just in place, but, actually build off that momentum and really start making bookings and building relationships with clients. So I'm very much grateful for the a lot of the mindset work and the gratitude. I think that's been so vital, especially as an entrepreneur, because the road that we're all walking in this is completely unpaved. Like we're building that road as we're walking it. And when you're an employee or you're in a corporate role, whatever other kind of business, a lot of those structures are already in place for you. And so a big win for me has been being really consistent about the gratitude work. Like I've bought myself a planner and writing every single day, still consistently in that, the 3 things I'm grateful for. And it's been monumental in getting things off a to-do list and actually into like an actualized reality. So
Yeah.
those are some big ones for me.
It's really, starting your day with mindfulness every day. Guys, if you sign up during suitcase season, you're gonna get a journal that
Have
will
mine
help.
here.
Oh, I love it. I love that was not planned. That looked like a commercial, but I promise I
Nope.
love that you have it right on your desk. That just shows that you're putting the things that we teach in practice. And you're right, how to be successful in a corporate environment is totally different in how you have to be self-driven and be successful when you're running your own business, right? So I love that you kind of adopted that early on and you're doing that daily practice to keep yourself on task, because that's what helps you really get to those big goals. Marquita, what about for you? What have been your big wins or celebrations?
Oh my goodness. A few, like as of recently, I have a few big wins, but one that I'm going to speak to is I have a friend because I'm from New Jersey. Now in South Carolina, right? And so I just really hit the ground running with advertising. I'm killing it with the social, right? YouTube, word of mouth. Anywhere I go to open my mouth, thank you. Anywhere I go to open my mouth, you're going to get a card. If I see a billboard with cards, I'm leaving the cards. If my husband is at work, he's talking about it, he's mentioning it. Like I have the support. But one of my school friends in New Jersey, bless her heart, she's a teacher, and she was like, I really need a vacation. And we talked, we did her conversation, and we booked her trip. It's great. And she's going to have a solo trip to just
Yay.
decompress at the end of the school year. But she did a thank you video with her kids in her classroom.
I
And she
saw
was,
that on the feed. It was so
I was
cute.
like, but she had them say thank you. And she continuously kind of just reaches to me to say, you don't understand how it made me feel that you listened to what I needed in a trip, what a vacation. You listened and I did not have to do anything. Like you literally talked to me, you heard me. We reviewed what you figured out would be best for me. I trusted you. And I'm going on vacation literally the weekend after I finish the school year for New Jersey. It's the end of June. And she said, you don't understand how that blessed me.
Yeah,
I
and
love
I
that.
was
all of
like,
a sudden you realize like what we do is not just selling vacation, but it's really improving people's lives.
the
And it's
quality of the life that she was living. She's on like a constant with children. She tutors at night. She tutors the weekend. She takes care of her mom. Like her life is constantly like this and there's no me time. And
so for
so,
someone that takes care of someone else, you got to step in and go, I'm going to take care of you. And look how that feels. That's incredible.
and
And
so
also,
that's my number one win.
yeah.
But then on the back end, which is now in motion, my son is getting married next year. And him and his fiance formally came to me and said, we want you to be the travel planner for the wedding. And we want you to handle all things travel. And we know that you, of course, my dad, will handle everything and we don't have to worry about that.
You're like, yay, I love it. You already have your first 2 sales lined up. That's fantastic. And it sounds like through that process, you are using the best practices for what you learned in the marketing mods and also in that whole qualification. Because, she said you really
Yes.
listened to her, learning what you learned in mod 7 with learning how to qualify, how to propose,
Yes.
how to close the sale, all those things. So sounds like you're using those tools, already putting them to
Awesome.
quick work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Absolutely.
fantastic. Guys, talk to me a little bit about what you thought you were getting into with Careers on Vacation. And then I always say there's so much in Wanderlust Campus we can't share on these videos because we have so many like little different things, Booking Academy, the Vault, the online training, the live classes, the private mentorship, all the different pieces that you get with the program. But I'd love to ask, what was your either surprise thing that you didn't even know you needed, or what was your favorite thing about the program as you were setting up your new businesses? Felicia, we'll start with you on this one.
Oh, that's such a good question. I have to really thank Natalie because I threw some really tough questions to her because, it's an investment whenever you're deciding to pivot your career and to, think about what kind of education and or certification you're going to pursue next. And I was pretty clear on like what modules were going to look like, but as far as the actual content inside those modules and how in depth we were going to get, like that was what really kind of surprised me the most. And I'll reference explicitly the marketing modules, especially because I'm a big geek about data and what we can take from that data to create, better business decisions, to build new initiatives. And, that requires some really structured, stringent goals. And to remember how to track against those goals. And so it was really empowering for me to get into like the cost per lead and cost per conversion metrics and understanding like what are the really important KPIs as a travel entrepreneur that we need to take to be able to not only build something, but then maintain it and then take our learnings from it to then continue to build on that year over year. And as like a one woman show, without it feeling like a daunting task for one person to manage all of these other things, right? Besides building a book of business and driving clients and also identifying, okay, what are the channels that we need to be, that make the most sense for our business to be able to have a presence and build know, like, and trust. It was really empowering to kind of lessen the feeling of being pulled in a bunch of different directions with so many other things we have to be focused on. And so understanding and tracking those important KPIs as an entrepreneur was a really big learning and a big plus for me.
Yeah, and we have the business tracking tool now where you can put your goals in
Yeah.
and then track against those goals to really put it into action, because you can't, like I say in the mastermind, you can't run your business on feelings. We have to run it on that data, and that's what helps you make better decisions. So I love that you're using that tool already to a big degree. Marquita, what about for you? What was your favorite part?
I want to go back to like the beginning where the origin of coming in with the toolkit. I looked at that as an overview of what was to come to kind of set my expectations. And I thought as I kept going through that and got to the end of it, that this is not, oh, yeah, I do travel. No, this is, I have a business and this is how I set up my business. There is a process in how I work with you. I need to decide if I'm going to take you as a client, right? And so having an entity set up, branding myself, right? Socials, web, the name and EIN, insurance for the business. I think the crown of all my success is going to build on that foundation of before COV. And I'm going to say in MLMs, you're not getting that information. You don't have a clue that you need to have a foundation to support all your endeavors and to protect your brand. I think for me, that was the solid piece that said, oh yeah, she is the truth. This is for real. Like, we are not playing games here. And you're setting me up for the success. And then the second part of that, but not the least, is I can always go back and reference anything that I have used.
Yep. Yep, lifetime of the pro, and we're updating this stuff all the time. Ryan just did
Right.
an update today. Our training manager, she just did an update, and she's like, there are 18 new worksheets for mindset and adding things in. But one of the things I wanted to point out when you talk about that business setup is that really is exclusive to Wanderlust campuses, because we know so much about how different businesses operate, and based on your individual setup, you will get a customized, what we call Wander path. So if you are with a certain host, or you are fully independent, or you have a different, whatever your business setup is, we have them all ready for you. So you literally click it, you unlock it, and it's that ABC 1, 2, 3 of how to set it up. It tells you what is required under that particular setup that you've selected. It tells you what's optional, what you don't have to pay for now, what you can work into later, and kind of helps you give that strong guide. So I love the Wander Pass. That's a new addition in the past year or two that our new students are getting. I love it. Those are great things to share. So I want to ask you guys now, as you are getting ready to graduate, you're going to be building your travel businesses. You did just graduate. You now have your industry recognized certification, which is so exciting. So that's all tools you're going to be able to access forward. But I want to ask you, having gone through this whole experience, would you recommend Careers on Vacation for someone who was in your similar situation, but specifically, why would you recommend it? Marquita, we'll start with you on this one.
I would recommend Careers on Vacation for a few reasons, but you don't know what you don't know. Like, you cannot go in, you don't go into college saying, I already know everything I need to get a bachelor's degree. Like, you can't do that. Even with my experience in corporate travel, booking my career and doing that, it was a good soft familiarity, if you will, but COV gives you a community. It gives you forever information available to you. I mean, how many places can you work or be a part of and have direct access to the head? Weekly chat, ask questions. I think COV is for, if you think you know it all, come on in, because I guarantee you everything that you know, you're going to have a different view of it, plus more, right? I just think that it's funny, I'm just going to laugh. I have my binder of all of my information, right? That because I have it tabbed out. I have so many pink tabs and reference this. You get like templates of emails and templates of how to do that and how to do, the reference book is almost like you have an encyclopedia at your fingertips for travel. I don't know where you get that from. I've not seen anything like it anywhere. And my husband is a true YouTube University searcher. So yes, he was like, I like her, but hold on, let me dig a little deeper. And he watched and he watched. And this is before he got to me to say, and take a look at Cyndi. He was like, she's the truth. And I'm a believer, and I am a referrer to COV.
I love that. He was vetting it for you. So,
Absolutely.
If there were any cracks in the foundation, he would have found it.
He would have found it.
I love
right.
it. No, and honestly, it's just like, I've been doing this for 3 decades now. I've been training travel agents since I was in my early 20s. And I just have such a passion for educating and helping you guys break free of these traditional systems where you can run your life, run your business around your life. That's how this thing should work, right? So being able to get out in the world and do the different things that you want to do. So that's where it comes from, Marquita. It's literally a labor of love.
Clearly.
Resource. And also we listen to feedback. You guys know you get a big survey at the end of the program and we're like, is there anything you guys would want? Is there anything that would help you more? We go out next year and we build that stuff and then we put it in the program. And even if you're graduated, then you get it. So that's how it evolved from a binder that was this big to the one you just saw Marquita show with all the good stuff.
And one other thing, like, I had a coach.
Yeah.
You know what it costs to get a mentor?
Yeah. Oh, I know.
People can Google. So you all are out there will figure that out. But Kate Newland, she was the best. But to have at least 3 sessions set up with her, again, that's another priceless tool that you're not going to find. To have someone that you can drop a load on them and then they calmly say, let's bring it back in, boop, 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 and help you line yourself up. Don't get all stressed out. She brought me back down. I thought that was incredible. That was
I love
another
that. Yes, and all
incredible
of our
thing.
coaches have been trained by me. They're all certified travel industry coaches. So it's very, our coaches know how to help you through that new process. And because it is overwhelming, right? I love
Mhm.
that. Felicia, what about for you? Would you recommend us, but specifically why for your case?
Yeah, so I think anyone who seeks to make a big career pivot like this needs to prioritize some kind of additional training, some kind of education in the areas that they wish to pivot. And I think as folks watching this video will see, and as we've seen as we've been on our own journeys, the beauty of this industry is that the barrier for entry is low, but that's also its biggest pain point. And
Yeah.
so I think as someone who has partnered with companies at, all levels from like Series A funded startups to multinational corporations in a prior career, I completely and wholly aware how often startups can and do fail. And so I think with COV and why I wholly recommend this program is it gives new to industry advisors that chance to really have the upper edge to get ahead of the competition, to, start their journey with a much stronger foundation in place than someone who might just be starting this in a part-time or even a full-time capacity, but relying on just the trainings that they see out there, maybe with their host or on their own, or just lacking structure that's required to really set themselves up for success. And so I think long-term, this can really make or break whether or not someone as a travel advisor in their business can succeed. So I'm wholly recommending it. I think anyone who launches their career as a advisor needs to get on board and needs to certify themselves. And not only that, but if you're serious about making the career switch, you have to think not just short term but long term. Like, what are the foundations you're setting up? And that it's like building a house. If it's shaky, you might not have a house in 5 years. And I think I can speak for myself and Marquita when we say we want to have this been off the ground and be successful 5 years from now. We don't want to be just chasing something new in a different direction. So I'm super excited about it. I'm so grateful for it. I think I'm grateful I can take so many of these learnings, into the business and be in a really great place of authority and confidence and speaking with clients and how I, set up relationships with partners. So much of this business comes down to those relationships. And so it's been really empowering to have the knowledge in place to be able to do and build those relationships effectively and just feel good about where this is starting and where this is going to go.
I love, Felicia, that you said empowering, because I think that's one of the most important things we try to foster with all of our students is making sure that you guys, whoops, hang on, I hit the wrong button there. We'll edit that out and post. Hang on, too many things going on. Oh, I was so close. I hit two buttons. There we go. Try that one more time. So Felicia, one of the things that you said that I think just speaks to what we try to foster with our students is that we try to empower you to make good decisions and also to know how the industry really works. So much of that is, I think there's a lot of gatekeeping that goes on in the industry and a lot of things that if you knew from the beginning, you would make better business decisions. Now you guys have a great short-term plan, you have a great long-term plan, and we really try to help our students with that. So thank you for bringing that up. I think that that is a really good point. I want to encourage everyone that's out there, please visit us at travelschool.com. You can find all of the information about our different programs. Careers on Vacation is the program that Marquita and Felicia went through, and that is the one where you get certified as a new travel professional. It is our most popular program, and we have, I think you guys are like over 200, where you're going to be over 250 in terms of the number of video case studies that we have out there. We have so many reviews coming in now. We've had to go to this where we do 2 and 3 at a time because we have a lot of students, as you guys know, in class graduating and starting their travel businesses. But I encourage you guys to check that out. We'll drop all the links below. And Felicia, Marquita, you guys are just going over the grad group, but I want to thank you for sharing your story today and tell you again, congratulations on your new businesses. We're having a success party today. So kudos to you guys. Thank you for sharing your stories today.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much, Cyndi. Thank you.
You are so welcome. For everyone else, we'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
If you like that last video, make sure you check out all the content available to you on our channel. And I invite you to follow along, travel with me around the world as I grow and scale my travel businesses. You're gonna pick up some great tips, some great tricks on how you can grow your own travel brand too. I'm gonna drop some links down below, and also check out these videos I handpicked just for you.